Hey gang, today is all about goofy government. We went down to apply for some assistance from the state, and I'm telling you, we've been getting bridges, food stamps, whatever you want to call it, for a while now. And we had to go down and fill out the whole application all over again to get cash assistance, which is stupid. Because all the information I filled in that stupid application, they already had. What's the point? Anyway, that's goofy government. Joke of the day is goofy government too. So that's where that's going to come from. Anyway, the movie clip. Nobody got it. I got one person that responded to it and said he had no idea. So I'm going to tell you what it is. It's Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Him and his father, Indiana and his father, are running from an airplane. And they're trapped on a beach. They don't know what to do. And there's a flock of birds there. And his father hands him his luggage, grabs his umbrella, and starts opening and closing his umbrella, going, chick, 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 chick. Well, of course, then the birds all take off flying, and they get up into the airplane, and then the airplane crashes into the mountain. And then he opens up his umbrella and puts it over his shoulder, and he says, "It was then that I remembered my Charlemagne." And then he goes into the line that you can actually hear. But if you listen real close to the end of the clip for the weekend edition, you will hear it. You will hear it. The music from Indiana Jones, you'll hear it if you listen real close. So nobody got the movie clip this time. Don't know when I'm going to have another one. Don't know when I'm going to have another one. I'm going to have to do one pretty quick and get one on here. I know a lot of you folks enjoy them. Anyway, let's get on with the joke of the day. This is why the United States is in deep trouble. Okay? This is from a Washington, D.C. airport ticket agent. Okay? And these are some examples of why the U.S. is in deep trouble. The first one is, he had a New Hampshire congresswoman call and ask for an aisle seat so that her hair wouldn't get messed up by being near the window on an airplane. The second one, he got a call from a Kansas congressman's staffer who wanted to go to Cape Town. The airline guy started to explain the length of the flight, the passport information, and then the guy interrupted him saying, "Look, I'm not trying to make you look stupid, but Cape Town is in Massachusetts." And of course the guy said, "I'm not trying to make you look stupid, but Cape Cod is in Massachusetts. Cape Town is in South Africa." And the response the guy got? Click. A senior Vermont congressman called furious about a Florida package that they did for him. The guy asked what was wrong the guy asked him what was wrong with his vacation in Orlando. He said he was expecting an ocean view room. The guy explained to the congressman that that's not possible since Orlando's in the middle of the state. The guy replied, "Don't lie to me, I looked on the map. Florida's a very thin state." Oh my God. Sorry, you can't see the ocean from the middle of the state. He got a call from one of our lawmakers' wives who said, "Is it possible to see England from Canada?" And of course the guy replied, "No." And then he replied, "But they look so close on the map." My God. You know what? It's not, you know how far it is from Michigan to Florida? It's about that far. You're looking at a map. Jeez. There's another one. An aide for a cabinet member once called and asked if he could rent a car in Dallas. So the guy pulled up his reservations, noticed that he only had a 1 hour layover in Dallas. So he asked him why he wanted to rent a car. And the guy replied, "I heard Dallas was a big airport and we need a car to drive between gates to save time." The airport's big, but it ain't that big. Anyway, another one, an Illinois congresswoman. Okay, this is close to home, Illinois. Called last week, said she needed to know how it was possible that her flight from Detroit left at 8:30 a.m. and got to Chicago at 8:33 a.m. The guy explained to her that Michigan was an hour ahead of Illinois, but she couldn't understand the concept of time zones. Finally, he told her the plane went fast, and she bought it. If you leave Detroit at 8:30, you will arrive in Chicago at 8:30. It's only a 1 hour flight. And we're an hour ahead of Chicago. So when you left here in Detroit at 8:30, okay, it was actually 7:30 in Chicago. That's how that works, for those of you who maybe didn't know that. It used to drive me crazy when I drove truck. Hated time zones. An Illinois congresswoman, that's a different one, called last week, said she didn't know how. Okay, no, that's the same one. Okay, I'm sorry, because there's two Illinois here. I'm going to skip the other Illinois. A New York lawmaker called and asked, do airlines put your physical description on your bag so they know whose luggage belongs to whom? Of course, the guy at the ticket said, no, why do you ask? The lawmaker said, well, when I checked with the airline, they put a tag on my luggage that said FAT. And I'm overweight, and I think it's very rude. Well, the guy put him on hold for a minute, looked into it. Of course, the guy was laughing, too. Came back and explained to the guy that the code for Fresno, California is FAT, Fresno Air Terminal. And the airline was just putting a destination tag on his luggage. Hello. That's like DWT. I think it's Detroit Wayne Terminal for Detroit Metro Airport. Okay, Senator John Kerry's aide called to inquire about a trip package to Hawaii. After going over all the cost information, she asked, get this, would it be cheaper to fly to California than take a train to Hawaii? Not unless your train goes underwater, sweetheart. I just got off the phone with a freshman congressman, Bobby Bright from Alabama, who asked, how do I know which plane to get on? I kind of asked him exactly what he meant. So I was told the flight number is 823, but none of these planes have numbers on them. Anyway, Senator Dianne Feinstein, I'm sure you've all heard her at one time or another, called and said, I need to fly to Pensacola, Florida. Do I have to get on one of those little computer planes? The guy asked her, do you mean Pensacola, Florida, and not a commuter plane? She said, yeah, whatever, smarty. No, not whatever. You get it right or you don't get the right thing. A Louisiana senator called and had a question about the document she needed in order to fly to China. After a lengthy discussion about passports, the guy reminded her that she needed a visa. Oh, no, I don't. I've been to China many times before, and I've never had to have one of those. The guy double-checked it, and sure enough, her stay required a visa. When he told her this, she said, look, I've been to China 4 times, and every time they've accepted my American Express. Wrong kind of visa, sorry. And lastly, a New Jersey congressman called to make reservations. He wants to go from Chicago to Reno, New York. The ticket guy was lost for words. He said, are you sure that's the name of the town? Yes, what flights do you have? Replied the man. After some searching, he came back, the ticket guy came back, said, I'm sorry, I've looked up every airport code in the country and cannot find Reno anywhere. The man returned, oh, don't be silly, everyone knows where it is, check your map. So he looked at the map of New York State and finally offered, you don't mean Buffalo, do you? And the guy said, well, whatever, I knew it was a big animal. Jeez Louise. And you wonder why our government's in the condition that it's in. Anyway, the majority of the video is taken up with the joke of the day. I hope those brought some smiles to your faces, and I hope you got a chance to laugh. Really hot and humid out today, folks. Stay in where it's nice and cool if you have air conditioning. If you don't have air conditioning, go to the mall. They have air conditioning. You can walk around the mall, you can get exercise, and cool off at the same time. It's a beautiful thing. But anyway, tomorrow I will try and have a video on here for a video clip, so you guys will have a movie clip to try and figure out, okay? But until then, see ya.